Hello and welcome back to Planet Nibiru. Today we'll be checking in on the Homunculus to see what has been happening the last few weeks. There have been some pretty major changes, so let's dive right in. Since the last episode, the Homunculus has continued to eat bloody meat and has grown substantially. This is very good for those of us who are tracking the progress of the creature, as it is a measurable change that we can track. In just looking at the creature, we can see that it has added at least a tenth to its overall size, which is very good. This not only means that it is healthy, but that the draining effects of the merger are over with, and we should continue to see the creature grow in the future, and hopefully we will see some new developments with the body as it grows. You guys will remember in the past, it has grown what we are calling a tongue, it's grown teeth, and it has even grown an eyeball. But perhaps the most astonishing piece of evidence is the discovery of veins on the creature. The presence of veins indicates that it has a heart that pumps blood through the body, much like humans and chickens do. We have watched as the two homunculi have grown individually, then watched as the two merged to create one large creature with advanced features. At each point in its growth, we have been amazed to see each new set of features that have emerged, and we have wondered what we will see in the end as the creature fully matures. Which brings us to a good question that was sent in by one viewer. How will we know when it's fully matured? I think that is a great question, and I have no answer to that, and I hope that the alchemist has a plan for this stage as well. I would love to know what he plans to do with it once it is fully matured. Will he dissect it and study what he finds inside? Will he continue to feed it and see how long it lives in its matured stage? Will there be more mergers while it matures? All compelling questions that I hope will be answered in the future as we watch the development of this animal together. Now, there is one feature that we get to watch and discuss today. The creature is now spitting some type of fluid, very similar to the one that was squashed with the book in the beginning of this series. Watch as the fluid is expelled from the homunculus's mouth. Isn't that crazy? It's definitely expelling some type of fluid out of its mouth. The alchemist keeps referring to this fluid as poison, however I do not know how he has come to this conclusion. The videos he produces are all in Russian, and I cannot translate all of them fully. I can only read what has been translated and attempt to understand what is happening from that. But in addition to spitting out this poison fluid, he is also defecating now. Tiny white pieces of waste can be seen floating in the tank, very similar to fish waste. The alchemist surmises that perhaps the homunculus was defecating all along, but we couldn't see it because it was too small, which makes sense. It would have also contributed to the water being murky all the time as well. In his latest video, the alchemist addresses why the water is always so murky when he films. The reason he gives is that when he cleans the tank, the homunculus becomes dormant. It enters like a sleeping state for a few days until the water is murky again, and then it seems to come back to life. The alchemist assumes that the homunculus is more at home or more comfortable when the water is murky. He thinks that there could be some type of chemical reaction going on that makes the homunculus feel more active or less active when the water's clean, more active when it's murky. We don't know. This could also be a defensive feature of the animal, or it could just be a matter of personal comfort. The alchemist cannot say for sure. He can only guess at what drives this creature's behavior and record it for future analysis. But we now have these three breakthroughs that gives us hope for the future of the homunculus. It's growing due to its increased protein intake, it's producing waste, and it's begun emitting some type of fluid from its mouth. The homunculus only spits this fluid, which is called poison by the alchemist, once every 3 or 4 days. It's very hard to capture the animal spitting, but it is generally performed about an hour or two after it eats. So with a little patience, the alchemist was able to capture the scene where the homunculus is spitting or emitting this poisonous fluid. So what do you guys think of these new developments? Do you think that it's spitting poison into the water? Or do you think that maybe it's something else? Since it's growing again, do you think that we will see some major increases in size, or do you think that the homunculus will remain at this general size for its entire lifespan? Personally, I think it's probably going to be around this size forever, but I could be wrong. It may grow to be much more sizable. We can all look forward to what we'll see in the coming months as the homunculus matures and we get to witness it together. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.